Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sports Today. Now, during this pandemic, if you were looking for inspiration, there is a tweet that went out viral on the 7th of December that probably gave you every bit of motivation you needed to go through what is going on in the world and something that also shook the sporting fraternity. Let me read this tweet to you. Believe it or not, I'm one of the fortunate among very few who reached the world top with a single kidney. Allergic with even a painkiller, with a dead take of legs, many limitations, still made it. Can we call magic of a coach or his talent? Well, the lady who sent out this tweet is none other than Anju Bobby George, the bronze medalist in the 2003 IAAF World Athletics Championship, and also the lady who's gotten many laurels to the country. To hear about her limitations and the way she went through it, I think it is something that all of us can learn a bit from. And that's why we've got the lady herself joining us in sports today, along with Boria Majumdar. Well, good morning, Anju. Good morning, Boryada. Welcome to the show. And can I just start with saying, Anju, what a pleasure it is to actually speak to you. There is that tweet sort of, I think, has sparked something in the sporting fraternity, in the athletic, in the world of athletics. And I just want to know more about it. I want to know every detail of what you went through, and I think this is going to be that spark that is required by everybody across the world. And you just did that for us.
Yeah, actually, when I learned that I am living with a single kid, it was just before entering into the international stage. And I was dreaming a lot, and I was dreaming a lot about the world championship medal or Olympic medal. But all of a sudden, I heard this, and I was in a state like, oh my God, what I will do, and I got scared actually because living with single kidney, I was not knowing. Actually, I was not having any clue how it will be and how much struggle I need to go through. But actually, luckily, Bobby was there with me. It was after my marriage, so he was there like a pillar with me. And actually, he um, tried to learn everything about this and this situation and how we can deal with this, and if we are doing for heavy training, how it will impact on our body and how we can tackle this. And even the training schedule, he modified everything, even the food, everything, and in the competition also. But still, in between, we struggled a lot with this because sometimes fatigue will come, come. And actually, I was allergic to, still I'm allergic to most of the painkillers, and I was not able to take anything. So it was like it was a struggle actually, but we managed it really well. uh, why I was not revealing this at that time, because even if I get a world championship medal, people will look at me like with sympathy, so I don't want that sympathy. But now if I say something, I can encourage people, and it will be like I can motivate people. So that difference was there. But I was just 23, 24 at that time, and I was actually ashamed coming out and saying something like I'm having this problem. So that was also there. But now I'm a mature athlete, and I'm mature enough to say something like I'm not a perfect athlete.
Boryada, your reaction when you read that tweet?
If she says she's not a perfect athlete,
Perfect.
she can be perfect on an imperfect day. You don't want anything more. All I will say is, all my life, I have studied sport to understand, athletic achievement of a different dimension. And this is athletic achievement of a very different dimension. I can actually visualize that jump, that 6.60, then 6.61, then 6.70, then 6.83, all her jumps. I mean, I can keep rattling off. But when she put out that tweet, and you know what? We have not won a single IAAF medal in India. So Anju Bobby George is elite. She's not imperfect, she's elite. She's in that elite perch, which hardly any of us have aspired to reach in India. So leave that aside. She's a legend. Okay, let's put it on record. And that's what we are celebrating on Sports Tales here, on Sports Today. The point is, Anju, you know, this thing is so striking. For me, the other thing that is so striking with Hima is it is also a fantastic love story. The fact
Yeah.
that she wrote coach, whose medal is this? This is the perfect love story. Behind the success of every man is a woman. No, behind the success of every woman is a man. Okay, so it's the
Yeah,
other way around. Anju Bobby George, Mary Com. Look at Onla. Look at Bobby. I mean, this is what we celebrate. Anju, give me
yeah.
a sense of what you all were going through in Germany. 20 days before, they advised you, doctors advised you 6 months rest, take a break. You can't reveal to the world the pressure. Give us a sense, give Ridhima and me a sense of the whole thing as it unfolded. And is this coming as a book? Are you writing it? If not, for God's sake, write it out.
Definitely. I'm waiting for that actually. In 2003, actually, we started with like big dream that we want to go to Paris World Championship is there and we want to win a medal. And we decided to go to America with Mike Powell just for 1 month training. And after that, if we get enough competition, then we will do that. So all sort of things we planned it really well, and actually we executed. But unfortunately, that competition pressure and high level competition pressure and the travel, everything actually made me like it was after the last competition I was in the bottom of my performance and I just jumped around 6.29. That was I finished at somewhere around seventh position. So after that I was getting some kind of feeling like I'm not even able to walk, and my body was getting like a lot, like full of swellings, and I don't know how to describe that. A lot of problems, and we decided to check with a doctor, and the German doctor, he told me like it is fatigue because of this, and don't think about a competition in within 6 months, and so you can decide, it's your life. So I told Bobby that Bobby, this is something we cannot manage because it's beyond our hand, beyond our knowledge, and so I am planning to go back to India. But he told me like, see, we reached up to this level with all the plannings and all the dedication and all the dreams, so we can just try it. So he told me like, don't think about any competition. We are going to Paris as a tourist. So just 20 days before, I said okay, because I was also like, what to do condition. So I said okay, we will go to Paris. And within 20 days, I don't know what magic he did. He planned it really well, and after uh, after um, that 20th day, I was on the podium. So I don't know. That's what I told. It's a magic of a coach. So,
Wow. So, in your tweet you've written, and you also said this, that you reveal this because you realize that the players during this pandemic are very grounded. Give me a sense of what are the players going through? What does an athlete go through when there's such a huge gap?
Actually, this is something new for every athlete. We never imagined that in our life we need to face such kind of situation, and Olympic is going to postpone, and there is still we have no idea whether it will be going to happen or not. So in that situation, training is very difficult. Without a goal, training for a bigger event, it's something different. And some of the athletes already they are after corona, they don't know how to how it will impact on our body, and how can we do again our best performance, or sort of those lot of things, and some of them are injured actually. And above all that, I've learned that some of the parents, even if some mild problems, they are restricting their kids from going out or playing, or and above that, some patients are still struggling to get organs, and people are like worried, if I donate one kidney or liver, how can I live, or how it will be my afterlife. So lot of things actually came into my mind, and I thought, okay, if I reveal it now, right now, because it's the right time, because everyone is going through some same situation, and uncertainty is there, everyone is stressed. So if I reveal something like I was not a perfect athlete. I have faced all these things before winning a major championship. so I can just give a spark or inspiration to our youth and our generation. That's why I revealed this at this time.
Fantastic. Ridhima, if you chase your dreams, dreams do come true. And she's a living embodiment of that. And Anju, two questions. I mean, one, I think, by the way, just a clarification from what I understand from the International Olympic Committee, my sources there, my sources in Japan, having spoken to a lot of people, Tokyo will happen now. Okay, Tokyo
Yeah.
will happen. And that's more or less certain. In fact, Japan is also contemplating with crowds. So that's also there. They're launching a health app, and they expect obviously everybody who will go to Tokyo will be vaccinated by then. They are creating something with the WHO. So that's by way of news that there will be a joint collaboration between WHO and the International Olympic Committee. So anyone who's a stakeholder, for example, if you're a coach, if she's a journalist, if I'm a journalist, we will be considered frontline. So we will be advanced in that country's queue to be able to get vaccinated, and we will have that vaccine card that when we enter Japan. That's what is happening, I'm told, at the International Olympic Committee level. So Tokyo will happen. So what you did at this point in time is all that more significant to give
Yeah.
people that impetus that they need. Two questions, Anju. One, give us a sense of how that celebration happened. Did you walk the Champs-Elysees? Did you drink champagne? What did you do in 2003 after you went into that podium? Because, it was a miracle. Miracle happened. And for India, thank God it happened. So how was the celebration like? And second, when you revealed this now, was it something that all of a sudden triggered? Did you plan it? Did you want to put it out in what manner? What was your husband's reaction? What was the family's reaction? And since then, what has been? I mean, I know Kiran Rijiju tweeted, and he's superb. I mean, I've had chats with him. He respects you all the time, but I think after this, the respect has gone up. So tell me the reaction of the fraternity. How and what has happened in your life over the last couple of days? Have we lost her?
I think I think her video is stuck though. I
Yeah, but just
Yes.
ask Trisha
Would
to
like
get her to relog, and in the
yes.
interim, we can just locate this achievement in context a bit more, Ridhima. But it gave
Yes.
me goosebumps. It gave me goosebumps
Sure.
when she said, her husband basically said 20 more days in Paris, let's go as tourists. Imagine an Indian woman at 23, 24, 25 being told a
Yes.
single kidney. Imagine from there winning a world championship medal. What does it mean to you as a woman? Tell me that.
It is first of all, I mean, as a woman, for me, to even read that tweet, it just is that if she can, I can. It's as simple as that. If she can, I can, and if she can do it that way, then one thing that came to me when I read that tweet is that it's all in your head. Once you can conquer that, you could probably go places. And this is what she's probably taught me. But I also have to ask you a question here, Burita. She's also tweeted about the fact that she also has a dead leg, the dead front leg.
Yeah, yeah.
What does
That
that what does that mean? And
that that
in
that
context.
for the takeoff. I mean, because in a long jump, that's the most important. In fact, uh, that's what she was talking about there. And by the way, she mentioned Mike Powell. Mike Powell, she went and trained with. I've spent 3 days with Mike Powell. He's come to my museum, by the way. An incredible guy. He I've got to. I don't know how I can show you this. I don't know this. I mean, obviously, if Anju's there, Anju's a better person to show you this. But Mike
Yeah.
Powell was telling me that in a long jump. Uh, so I said, so what do you do? So he was demonstrating it to me, and he demonstrated it with the two words kiss and blow. And I was like, what is that?
Wow.
He's like, you blow a candle out like that. That's your movement, and that's the rhythm with which you run. Okay, that's the rhythm. Your this leg keeps coming up here, and he demoed it with the kiss and blow, that you blow out a candle, and that rhythm. I mean, I can still close my eyes with Mike Powell. If you come to my museum, there is this long 29 feet and 4.5 inches, that long, there's a wooden plank, and
Yeah.
that's what he had jumped. That's still the world record,
Oh my God.
8.95 meters. So he actually, we prepared that to give people a sense of what Mike Powell did. Anju George trained with Mike Powell. Okay, and we wrote 1/4 inches. Mike cut it with a black pen and made it half and signed it Mike Powell, Calcutta, December 2018. It was 3 incredible days. I attended a workshop, hosted multiple events with Mike Powell, and to be able to train with him, Anju George is as I said, she's the best India has produced. And Mike could not. I mean, there couldn't be any greater coach
Yeah.
for the pair, for Anju and Robert Bobby George, than Mike Powell. These are success stories of India, Ridhima. Think of Abhinav.
Yeah.
Abhinav had epilepsy.
Yeah.
His hand would shake like this. He's a shooter. Anju George competed with a single kidney. Mary Com competed at a time when one of her sons was in hospital with a hole in his heart. And she's a mother. So she was having to go back to the hospital, check on her son, and come back. Now, these are stories rather than the toxic debates that you see on TV, rather than what you see on a day to day basis that gives me faith about my India. I love my
Oh,
India.
absolutely.
And this is what my India is. My India is of that Anju Bobby George. My India is of Mary Com. My India is of Abhinav Bindra. Thank God we had her before the technical glitch hit us. But
Yes, yes, yes.
trust me.
I think she's joining in. Like, we'll give it another 5 minutes if she's able to join, because I've asked our producer Trisha to ask her to join in. But I have a question for you. Since you are pretty much in touch with all our athletes, how has Paralympics been affected by the pandemic?
Yeah, I was having a chat with Mansi Joshi yesterday. I'll get her on Sports Today within the next week or so. Mansi was supposed to be on a show with me. Then she had COVID, and her whole family had COVID. This was around the third week of November. In fact, the day before, she called me to say I've got COVID. Her mom had COVID. But it is more difficult because, for example, Devendra Jhajaria has started training and all that. But it is more difficult because you need extra sensitivity, you need extra support. So from that standpoint, is a bit more difficult. I think Anju Bobby George is there, wasn't she there? She's trying to join in. Yeah.
It's full packed.
So there she is. Get your
No
couple of
problem.
questions in with her, Ridhima. So before
You
another
need to.
technical glitch.
You need to just. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I think she's having a bit of a technical glitch there. Yeah. So what was she telling this, Borita? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. So Mansi was telling me that she was training in Gopi's academy. Deepa
Right.
Malik was telling me that for para athletes, and she's now the president of the Paralympic Committee of India, that it's more difficult because you've got to be a little more sensitive to their concerns. So there needs to be an attendant, there needs to be doctors, there needs to be a staff for some of these people to be helped. So you've got to be more sensitive. Having said that, let me put this on Sports Today. I think India will win 15 medals in Tokyo 21, and we had 4 in Rio. You can mark the date. 9th December on Sports Today, you and me with Anju George making this prediction that from 4 we will go to 15 and it will be a
15.
revolution. Yes. Definitely 10. Definitely 10. So double figures for sure. I am even saying more than that. Paralympics, it will be a revolution from the Indian standpoint in Tokyo. I can name people, I won't, but I can tell you, having studied Paralympics very, very closely, it will be a revolution in Tokyo. And imagine if Devendra Jhajaria manages a third gold. I mean, what will that mean? Second gold, 2004, when he went to the Paralympics, he tells me in his beautiful Hindi, दादा मेरे पास तो 300 रुपया का स्पाइक और 400 रुपया का जैवलिन था और कुछ था नहीं.
Oh,
मैंने खुद का पैसा खुद दिया, ट्रैवल का पैसा खुद दिया, मैं ओलंपिक्स गया, चाइनीज एथलीट्स वहां आते थे, उनके पास सब था, फिजियोज ये वो वगैरह, स्पोर्ट्स साइंस. तो मैंने सोचा वो तो थेरा बैंड लेके ऐसे एक्सरसाइज करते हैं. सो थेरा बैंड लेके ऐसे एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, तो मेरे पास तो कुछ है नहीं, तो मैं क्या करूं?
yeah.
तो मैंने कुल्हाड़ी ले लिया, कुल्हाड़ी लेके पेड़ काटना शुरू कर दिया, और वो उसमें मेरा शोल्डर का एक्सरसाइज हो गया, मैं गोल्ड जीत गया. कैन यू इमेजिन दिस?
Nice. Nice. Nice.
I mean, this is India, man. This is an unbelievable country. Unbelievable country.
अभी वही चीज लोग CrossFit में follow करते हैं. You pay in the gym to do just that. Just that. Let me just quickly check with my producer if she's joining us. Also, Borita, the fact that in 2001 she learned about one kidney. What was, I mean, medically, what happened there? If you are aware of
No, I don't know the medical diagnosis of that, but from what I've read, and you and I have read the same stuff. There she is. You can ask her if she's
yeah,
there. There she is.
yeah.
Beautiful. Thank God we have you back.
Hi,
Definitely.
Anju. Anju, I was
Hi.
just asking Borita, and I should ask you this. In 2001, when you learned about your one kidney, medically, what was the diagnosis there? Like,
Actually, they told it's by birth. It's like that, by birth.
okay. Oh, okay, okay. And this you realized in 2001. Wow, it's been
No,
a
she
physical.
needs to answer that question. Celebration. How was the
Yeah.
celebration after it happened?
Yeah, actually, it was like a dream come true for everyone, like every Indian, and even for me also. And after the competition, for 2 days, actually, I was not getting even a minute for myself. I was completely on phone because from India, from abroad, from everywhere, I was getting calls. And after that, we decided to go out and celebrate this. So me, Bobby, Mike Powell, his wife, and from Hindu, one representative were there, and our friends. We all went to a good restaurant near Eiffel Tower, and we
Yeah,
celebrated.
that walk from Champs Elysees to the Eiffel Tower is such a fantastic walk to celebrate.
Yes, yes, and we celebrated the whole night there, and the funny thing was like when we just after the dinner when we came out, the entire people who were there in the restaurant they just clapping for me like, oh, it's.
Oh,
I was never realized that they actually they identified me. I'm a medalist or I'm from India, but it was a shock for me like, oh my god. So it was and from there when I came back to India, I never imagined such a big celebration because the entire airport was packed, jammed, and there were a lot of people who came to receive me. And from there, next day, I think for 1 week, I was in Delhi, and I was going here and there. I was meeting president, I was meeting PM. So it was just like I think the entire India celebrated it.
Ridhima, with your permission,
beautiful.
one more question before you take over.
Sure.
Anju, I was just telling Ridhima, Mike and I are good friends, by the way. I mean, he's come to my museum in Calcutta. We've spent multiple days together. He's such a fabulous guy, and the way he described that long jump action to me, that kiss and blow like a candle, and this, and it was unbelievable. Can you give me a sense of your time with Mike Powell? I mean, I still have that 29.5 feet thing in my museum celebrating his world record.
Yeah, actually, when I landed in California, I was thinking like, oh, this World Championship, he will be he will act something else, but he was like very humble, and he was in actually in during training, he used to jump with us, and he used to show how to jump, and I was like, oh my God, that sound itself is something like, it was like, I cannot describe like how it was because that feeling itself, training with a legend, training with a world record holder, that inspiration or that moment, actually I was gaining that what to call experience towards my victory. So each and every day when we trained there, it was like a new experience for me, and I learned from him how a legend should be or how a celebrity should be. He was very humble, and actually we used to train this track. It was near to our house, but for the weight training and all, we used to go to his house, and it was far away, and he used to drive, and he was taking care of us very well. So even it was a 1 month training, he helped us a lot. And actually I got a chance to meet Hudson and Smith. It's Mike's manager, and he was managing most of the elite American athletes. From there I got a chance because when I signed with them, even if I was like 16 ranking, world ranking, but I got a chance for the first competition. I got a medal there. From there, actually, one by one, step by step, I reached up to the world stage. So I think I can say that he was one of the uh, helping hand for me to reach, even if it was a 1 month training.
Fantastic. Ridhima.
Wow. No, Anju, this is a beautiful story, and I have to say that Burda asked me that as a woman, what it meant to me reading your tweet. I just told him that she just taught me again that it's all in your head, and once you can conquer that, you can go anywhere. I just have one question. This is on a very lighter note. I
Okay.
know that your husband is also your full-time coach. So, did you meet your husband first, or did you meet your coach first?
I met my coach first.
Coach first. Okay. All right. Well,
So
thank you
Anju,
so much,
is the
Anju.
is the book happening? Is the book happening? If it is, my only suggestion is get him to be part of it and narrate his point of view also. Because
Yeah,
I would love to feel and read what he was going through at the same time. Because he was not only coaching an athlete, he was coaching a wife. So to make her go through that, what were his challenges? Because this is what will teach us in this country a lot more. So it's
Yeah.
not happened, a husband-wife book. So any help, whatever you need, go for it. Go for it, because these are documents that will outlive you and me. We are in our 40s, it'll outlive us. It'll be a tome for Indian athletes going forward. Just go for it. For God's sake, don't hold back. Now give us everything, because as I said, you are a living embodiment of inspiration. You, Abhinav, Mary, Sachin, people like you all are the India that you and I stand for, Ridhima and I stand for, not the toxic nonsense that we see on 9 p.m. primetime TV. That's not my India. My India is this, and this is the idea of India that each of us believe in. Over to you, Ridhima.
Well, thank you so much, Anju. I just want to say that you make us all very proud and continue to do so, and hope to see you in person very soon. Thank you. Thank you for joining us in
very
Sports
much
today.
for all the support. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Boryada. Thanks, everybody. And thank you, all the viewers, for tuning into Sports Today. I'm sure all of us learned a little something today. Thank you.